Hey. What? Have you wiped these tables this morning, Hilda?
Of course I have.
Oh, well, you must have missed this one, mother.
I whacked them all. Anyway, what business is it of yours? You're not the gaffer here, are you?
Morning, Hildecock. Oh, be like that. Is it right you've got a job as a test pilot at a broom factory? What's biting, Hilda?
Oh, she's been as bad-tempered as a wasp all morning.
Do you know, I don't know what's up with folk these days, Betty. I mean, I know it's November, I know Christmas is coming, I know Rod Stewart isn't available, but life's still got a lot to offer.
Couldn't agree with you more, Bet. Life is what you make it. Like planting an evening smile with a morning kiss, like my mum used to say to me dad. See you later. Oh, Betty, you're at the helm.
Planting an evening smile with a morning kiss. Is that his way of saying he's going to be out all day?
Search me. He gives me instructions. He don't take me into his confidence.
Well, it wouldn't bother me if he never come back at all. How's Tony this morning?
Well, I mean, he was all right at breakfast, you know. Everything in the right place. His arms, his legs, his head.
Don't try to be a comedian, Betty. You're not very good at it, love.
Oi, I'll tell you one thing. He didn't ask about you.
And being catty doesn't suit you either. Ah, you're back, boss. We were beginning to think you were doing a bit of moonlighting in a fishmonger's.
Step outside.
Sorry, I take it back. I don't want to fight you.
Come on, both of you outside. I've got something to show you. Come on, that's an order. What do you think?
Oh, it's lovely.
Whose is it?
It's mine.
Yours?
Have you come up on pools?
Is she beautiful? 10 years old and only 90,000 miles on the clock, and I got her for peanuts. Well, Brazil nuts, actually. Hop in, Bet. I'll take you for a trip round the block.
Me? What about Betty?
Someone's got to look after the shop. I'll take her after. Come on, get in.
Hey, Billy, you're getting a better class of customer in here. There's a very fancy set of wheels outside.
Another one. Put him in the picture, will you, Al?
That belongs to him, so he says.
And I thought there weren't much money to be made in little boozers these days.
Well, there isn't that much.
Tony, what a nice surprise.
I finished at 8.
Well, you never said you were going to.
Didn't
Anyway, what are you having?
I? Have a pint, please.
The boss gave me a ride in his new car today.
Did he now? You live in a different world from me, Bet.
Excuse me, lads.
Oh,
Cheerio,
wait,
Jack.
Billy.
Shut up. It's all right for some.
Skiving off again, is he?
Yeah, looks like it. I'm going to be the boss the next time I come on this earth.
Betty, love.
What do you want?
Well, seeing as the young master's blown, and there's hardly anybody in, and I fancy going to a bonfire, I thought perhaps you wouldn't miss us for the last half hour.
Us?
Me and Tony.
Does Tony want to go to a bonfire?
Well, he hasn't said, but I'm sure he will when I suggest it.
You know what, love? You need locking up.
I know, Betty.
Yeah.
I can't say safe journey now, can I?
How about courage, breath and speed?
Did you just make that up?
I read it somewhere.
I like it.
Can I light it?
You what? At £3 a go? Do me a favour. Anyway, this isn't just a rocket, it's me soul.
You what?
Oh, never mind. Right. Courage, breath and speed. Goodbye, Lord of the Sky!
He's a nutter.
Oh.
How about that?
Oh, that was lovely, Curly.
Right, well, that's me done for another year. See yous.
See, love. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Let's go and sit down. Hey, love, is it all right if we sit on your settee?
It's going unfair.
Well, till it does then.
Please yourself.
What are you thinking about?
I wasn't thinking about anything in particular.
But what?
I feel sad, I don't know why.
Sort of happy sad, though.
Yeah. Pleasantly sad, if it's possible.
Do you know I could sit here forever?
This settee's wet.
Shut up or I'll stick one on you.
Sorry.
Curling his rocker.
Yeah.
It's quite amazing just what happened in the street in 1 week, and that's why Granada...
Hiya. Morning, Hilda. All done and dusted down at the funny farm, is it?
Oh, is it actors like? Just hoping it won't need much today.
What I'm after is a nice, smoochy LP.
Well, take your pick.
I mean, I've got a fair collection, but this time I don't want any memories. This time I want it all to be new and exciting.
Don't tell me. You finally got one at Drayman to bite.
Believe it or believe it not, my children, but I have fallen hook, line and sinker for what is commonly called a copper.
Must be Starsky and Hutch.
Starsky and Hutch can have each other. Their cardboard cutouts have gone on the back of the bonfire. Compared to Police Sergeant Tony Cunliffe as lodges with Betty, they are as rabbits.
I know what happened. He come round to see you, didn't you, and told you to stop chasing Drayman. I'd heard they were nearly a strike.
Oh, isn't she witty? I mean, I was expecting a play on the word copper, which could have been wash boiler light, which you could have fallen into instead of falling for. Anyway, if I were romantically attached to a policeman, I wouldn't call him a copper. I'd call him an officer of the law.
Oh, good thinking, Cock. Officer of the law, yeah, touch of class.
Bobby's another good one. I mean, it sounds more matey. I bet you fancied a few Bobbies in your time and all.
I used to rather like Sergeant Dixon.
Aye, aye. I can see I'm going to have to watch her.
Well, I just think that they're very attractive, the average policeman. And you could do a lot worse, you know. They get very good pensions.
If my lady gets him up her stairs, he may never live to draw it.
Tumble, Betty Cock. I'm in love, aren't I?
Oh, yeah. Anybody I know?
You're pulling my leg, you are, aren't you, Betty? I'm talking about Tony, your lodger. Don't tell me you've not noticed how smitten he is. Have you not noticed any subtle changes? Singing in the bath, forsaking his press-ups, asking for more sugar in his tea.
Well, now you come to mention it, he did say the other morning how he found his marmalade a little bit mild.
That's it, you see. That's what love does. It sharpens the taste buds.
Right, I'm off. And if there's any complaints from his nibs, do you know, I thought I'd just have to tickle round here this morning. But when I seen the state of the place...
Well, it was all right when we left last night, wasn't it, Bet?
I didn't notice. Everything's got a sort of radiance anyway.
Oh, it'll be Billy and his newfound friend, you know, supping after hours. Oh, he'll never learn, will he? You had a cup of tea, love?
I've not had time to turn round. And it's no better when I get home, you know. What, we stand up in bed there and won't shift himself.
Hello, mother's meeting time again, is it? Come on, ladies, get mobile.
Why? Where are we going?
Oh, well, there. On the dot tomorrow, eh? Good morning, lads. Holiday time, is it?
No, we're both crippled, aren't we? He strained his back and I twisted my knee. He'll be in the headlines tonight. Star bin man out for a week. Council Refuse Department faces injury crisis.
There's only one answer to that. Get legless. Serve the invalids, will you, Bet?
On the double cam, sir.
Hey, got some pressing, like sorting out the cellar?
Aye, Betty, my love. I'm off to the races for the day. So if you could keep things ticking over for us, I'd be much obliged.
You know, Billy worries me. He really does, you know. Sometimes I don't think he's all there.
He's a twit and a wally. I mean, when you compare him with a man who's faced mobs.
Oh. Yes, love.
Got any crisp, Bet?
Morning, Betty.
Hi, Tony.
Or should I say afternoon? Sitting behind that desk in the nick gives you a very strange idea of time.
Yeah, my Cyril was the same. Half, is it, love?
It better be, I'm driving.
I've left your dinner in the oven. I've made you a nice hot pot.
Oh, that's nice, thanks.
Bet's in the back. She won't be a minute.
On duty, is she?
Yeah? Didn't you know?
Never gave it a lot of thought, as a matter of fact.
Well, I mean, you know, I thought with you and her hitting it off like...
Oh, he hits it off, all right. She's good for a laugh, this Bet. Which makes a change from all the flack I've been getting from other women. Present company accepted, of course.
I know you mean, love.
She's right on my wavelength, this Bet. Just out for a giggle, you know? Nothing heavy, if you take my meaning. And here she is. The star barmaid, looking gorgeous as usual.
I just jumped out of bed, quick lather, and threw on the first things I came across. Correction. The first things I came across were Alf Roberts' comms.
Oh.
How's life been then, love?
Oh, routine. And yours?
Oh, much the same. But let's face it, that bonfire's going to take a lot of beating.
You reckon?
Not that I shan't be trying. In fact, I've got it all arranged for tonight, and I'm sure you're free.
Unless there's a crime wave all of a sudden, yeah.
Noisy lot, aren't they? Oh, it's been like this nearly every night for the last week. In my opinion, Billy Walker's going very quietly berserk.
Isn't that Bernie Fisher over there? His pal from Doncow.
6 dartboards, 4 pool tables, disco dancing, strip shows of a dinner, and my laddo's trying to match up to him. Anthony, this will not do. He's nearly last orders. I've burnt holes in that door.
Oh, come on, you know you're entirely wrapped up in your career. Oh, sorry, love, I've got nabbed for overtime. Where's Betty?
Billy, let her go early. You think she spies for a mam, you see. Hey, where's my manners? I'm forgetting you two don't know each other, do you? Rita, this is Tony. Tony, this is Rita. Who, when she's not doing good works, playing the trombone in the Sally Army band, runs a toffee shop.
My boyhood dream is that, running a toffee shop. Pleased to meet you.
Same here.
Hey, Pat, we could do with some short, especially vodka. I think you'll find there's a case under the stairs.
Seems like their night's never going to end.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I get your refill.
Tar, but no tar. Got to work in the morning. Nice meeting you anyway. Try.
Tony, listen, I won't be a sec. Billy says I can shove off early. Hang on.
Where's Wonder Woman?
Give her a chance.
Give her a chance, I do naught else. She's due here at 9:30 to clean up, but look at the state of the place. What a workforce. I don't know why you do it to me. It's not as if I'm easy going. If I was, I could understand you taking advantage.
You're a cynical guy.
I'm a realistic guy. You can't run a pub without the turns up when it feels like it and skives half the time it is here. I've got rid of Fred for that sort of caper, and if Hilda's not careful, she's going to go the same way. Oh, no.
Hilda, I just hope you know what you're doing.
And that used to make my Cyril livid. Oh, I hated him coming back from court. It was always the same old story, you know. He'd been giving evidence against this bloke who'd done some terrible things. And to hear the magistrate talk, you'd think he'd pinched an apple off a fruit barrel.
Yeah, well, things will get worse before they get better. And I'll tell you something else, madam.
What?
I shan't be much good in a scuffle if I get any more of your breakfast inside me.
You're joking. I wouldn't like to meet you on a dark night, Doc.
It's a bundle, and there's me thinking I'm sexy.
Oh, what a shame. Bet thinks you are.
Yeah, but she's good for a laugh, is Bet.
Yeah.
Who's that redhead she introduced me to?
Redhead? Oh, Rita. Rita Fairclough, yeah. She lives near the pub number 7. She works at the cabin on Rosamond Street as a little nude agent. She owns it, actually. She's a widow, though.
Seems a nice lady.
She is a nice lady.
All right, you ready?
Oh, I'll soon be going to Blackpool for the day. Oh, come on, yeah.
I'll give you a lift down. Can't have you lying in the gutter, can we?
Oh, hey, hang on. I've had my whack, and that were in the dark.
Yeah, I bet it was.
I mean, I couldn't stand a strain. She's holding down what? 3 jobs and looking after Stan. Up and downstairs 20 times a day.
She runs herself ragged, and everybody has a swipe at her. They were in this morning.
Hey?
We're talking about Hilda. They've sent for a doctor.
Good.
Oh, don't tell me you've come back from the brewery without them spirits out you fall, lovey.
I don't get me spirits from the brewery, not when I can get them cheaper somewhere else.
Look, you shouldn't do that. The brewery's not going to like it.
Well, the brewery will have to lump it, especially if the common market has its way.
Oh, dear.
Tony said he might come in this lunchtime.
Oh, I doubt it, lovey. Not from what he was saying when he brought me in this morning, you know. He's got a busy day ahead of him.
That'll teach me. Never get involved with a copper.
I know, love. I've had some of it.
Of course you have. Still, yours worked out happy enough.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. He's not a bad lad, really, you know, Billy. I think Jersey's spoiled him a bit. They live it up a bit there, don't they?
So they tell me I've never been.
I didn't expect to see you here this afternoon.
Well, I had a call round the corner, so I thought I'd pop by for a cup of tea with my favourite landlady.
I was a bit disappointed that you didn't come in.
Well, she's just lonely, Betty. Like the rest of us, you know. You, me, and Rita, did you say her name was? Just a lot of lonely people looking for company.
Your gentleman friend was in the cabin earlier on. I just hope you treated him right. He got VIP treatment. Nice lad, isn't he?
Nice is lovely.
Yeah, well, somebody said they'd seen an ambulance outside, and I naturally assumed it was Mrs. Ogden, like, you know, from what I'd heard, like.
Well, I mean, that's a natural assumption, isn't it? But it's like I said, you know, I know all the ins and outs, having been there throughout.
So how's she taking it?
Not so good. She's weary, that woman. Weary.
She has a rough time of it, doesn't she?
Well, it's local pastime. If you feel frustrated, kick Hilda.
You've done your share.
Yeah, I'm not denying that.
Whose shout is it, anyway?
Oh, it's my shout. Come and drink here, landlord, please.
All right.
It's your friend, Bernie, Mr. Fisher. The man with the wandering hand.
Oh, good. Look after this lot, will you?
Yes, gentlemen.
Same again for the lads, and will you have one, Mrs. Fairclough? Telepathy. I was just going to ring you. Great minds think alike. That's what I was going to suggest. All right, well, what time do you reckon? No, 11 will be fine. Hey, listen, what about the girls? Are they free? No, I know they're not free in that way. Mine cost me a bomb. Yeah, no, OK, well, I'll see all three of you about 11 then. Ciao.
Hijinks again tonight, is it?
Why not? Want to join us?
Sorry, I've got other plans.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Right, let's have your glasses, gentlemen. We've got to lower it.
It's you. Long time no see.
Work, love, curse the drinking classes.
Do you fancy a Chinese? I could rustle you up an omelette or something.
Not tonight, kid. I'm flaked out. It's been the devil of a day. Oh, there you are. Got the car outside. Fancy a lift?
Oh, lovely. If you've nothing else to do.
No, I was just telling Bet. I can't wait to get into my pit.
Oh, right.
Well, see you tomorrow then.
I'll be here.
No need to rush, gentlemen, if you fancy making a night of it.
Oh, well, I wouldn't mind. What about you?
No, I'm not ready for bed. Great, we'll have a little party then. I've got some friends coming in later.
Oh, not those two old ravers you had in the other night.
Oh, you keep your hands off, they're spoken for. Bet's available, though. Are you stopping for one?
I'm not doing no overtime.
You're a guest, kid, a guest.
Billy, what is all this? Buying your booze from the cash and carry? Drinking after hours?
All lends to the excitement, doesn't it? Life's for enjoying, so enjoy it. You needn't be frightened of hurting them tables, you know.
Hey, let's have no more of your sarky comments. I'm only a stand-in. My professional expertise lies in other areas rather than shifting muck.
It must do. Watching you work, it's like watching an elephant balancing on one leg.
You are?
Well, he doesn't do it very well, but it's amazing he can do it at all.
Oh, I can balance on one leg all right. It's just cleaning I'm not right good at. Oh, Billy, love.
What?
Well, seeing as I've come in at the crack of dawn and I've thrown myself wholeheartedly into helping you out in your hour of need.
Give over, you'll have me in tears in a minute. Come on, what is it you want?
Time off later this morning, love. Time off in lieu, as we say in the cleaning trade.
Well, you'll have to... Oh, what the hell are you doing here?
Well, the same as I've been doing every morning for the last 20 years. Me work, what do you think?
Hilda, you've been told you got to rest.
Oh, yes, I know, but I can't, can I? I'm not cut out for sitting round doing nothing. Anyway, what would this place be like if I did?
Well, I was wafting the odd duster.
Exactly. Be like a tipping next to no time.
Hilda, I can't let you do it. Doctor's orders are you've got to rest. Now, you don't have to like it, but you've got to do it.
And your own personal specialist is coming round to check and all.
Me what?
Dr. Lowther. Him you cleaned for, he's been on the phone.
He hasn't?
Yeah. I was going to come round to your house and tell you he's calling round at your house this morning.
Oh, heck, no. The place is in a right state. Did he say what time?
Well, 10:30.
Hilda, it's you he wants to see, not your house.
There's washing still out and I don't know what.
And don't you be worrying about us.
Fat chance of that, bless her. She'll be polishing coals in his honour.
Oh, let's hope he can persuade her to slow down, because somebody's got to.
So, is it all right, Billy, me time off?
All right, go on, but try and be back by dinner time rush, all right?
I will.
Betty?
What, love?
Look, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. I don't want you to confirm out or tell me out, right?
I can't tell you out, love, because I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's just that there's been this talk down at the station about the Rovers. Apparently your new landlord has taken liberties serving after hours.
Billy?
Yeah, you could do him a favour, tell him to ease off a bit.
Yeah, I will, love. But you see, the trouble with Billy is he's always been very ambitious. He's always had these great ideas.
Him and 10,000 others, yeah.
Look, I'm not trying to defend him, love, you know, for stopping open.
Well, you don't need to, not to me. As far as I'm concerned, he can stay open all night. It's just that those whose job it is will nick 'em for it sooner or later, and I don't want you to get down there one day and find the shutters are up.
It won't come to that, will it?
It has been known, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Well.
Am I that much of a shock?
Oh, no. Come in, I just thought you'd be working, that's all.
I got time off for good behaviour.
I don't suppose you're looking for Betty, are you? No.
No. I just got an hour off, and I thought, now, who shall I call on? Who have I not seen for quite a while?
Me.
Well, you were the first person that sprang to my mind, yeah?
I'm sorry, love. Somebody should have warned you. Couples in a regular social life don't go together.
I wouldn't have taken any notice. Folk have been warning me about one thing and another ever since I was at infant school. And somebody said, don't sit next to Dennis Perkins, he's got nets.
But you did.
Yeah. I haven't half regretted it since.
I was going to ring you, but, well, things just piled up.
So, what are you working today?
I'm off today. I tell you what, I'll come round tonight, assuming you're working days.
Oh, aye. They don't give us full days off. Well, not unless there's a total eclipse and Oldham Athletic have just won a test match.
Which is unlikely.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I've got some business in town. I'll give you a lift back.
I'm not in that much of a rush. Nobody's going to come looking for me.
No, but as I say, I've got some business in town.
Can't it wait?
No.
All right, so I'll go quietly. Although if I was the sort of girl who weren't right sure of herself, I might just get the feeling that you were trying to get rid of me.
Just as well you're not that sort of girl then, isn't it? I'll get my jacket, we'll be off, right?
Sure. Tony?
Yeah?
I will see you tonight, though, won't I?
99% sure, yeah.
Only 99?
Well, I've got this business. I might be tied up.
On. You released that lot onto Labour Market. Did you have door queues twice as long as ours?
Hey, let's talk about door queues if you don't mind. Some of us coming here to get away from them.
And nothing turned up yet, then?
No, I'm waiting for the upturn in the market they're all talking about. I blame the high interest rates in America myself.
Oh, yeah? They were what got your breathalyzed, were they?
I'll ignore that. Find a better, please, Betty.
I'll let you know if something comes into the office, should I? I mean, it might give you a head start.
Oh, yeah, no, thanks very much.
You're frightening him now. He's turned white as a sheet.
Have I? Well, you know why that is. I've just found out I've left my wallet in the house and you're going to have to pay for these drinks.
You weren't leaving because I weren't here, were you, Kenneth?
That wasn't the only reason.
Well, hurry back soon.
Oh, look who's back. I thought you'd gone on your holidays.
I know, I'm indispensable, aren't I?
Yeah, but you're not here yet. That's £2, love.
Right, Sue, for which my only son is going to pay. God bless his little cotton
Because he's got no flaming choice.
You'll never guess who I bumped into, Betty.
Oh, well, you best tell us then.
Tony.
Oh.
And he were passing, so he gave us a lift. Anyhow, he'll be in tonight.
Oh, well, that was handy, wasn't it?
It was fate, Betty. It works like that sometimes.
Any problems?
Oh, not so far.
I know you don't approve, Betty. Look, you've made your point. I just want to know if everything was all right.
Well, yeah. I don't know whether Bet thinks so.
Hello.
It's only me. And it is only me and all.
Oh, one of them sort of nights, was it?
Yes.
And why don't you join me in a nice little night cafe?
Because oddly enough, Alf, I've had enough of drink. Drink I can get.
It's just fellas I've got to learn to live without.
Hiya.
I won't ask you what's going on in there.
I did all I could, love.
Did you tell his nibs what I said?
Yeah, I did. Hey, I got the impression that you were expected just a little bit earlier.
Me?
Not by Billy, by Bet, and she was disappointed.
Well, I'm sorry about that, but I did tell her I might not be back.
Betty?
What?
Which one of these houses does Rita Fairclough live in? I'm just curious, you know.
That new one, look, with the lights on.
Oh, thanks.
No, you want to tell Tony he's working too hard.
Oh, that's a policeman's life, isn't it? They can't just please themselves, you know.
Oh, hey, look.
The state of it.
Oh, it wasn't like this at closing time. This is his after-time mob. Oh.
Morning. Bit late, aren't you?
How Eckers late?
You've only got an hour to get this place ship-shape before we open.
We have?
Yeah, well, Hilda's still off, isn't she? So come on.
We must be daft.
Well, let's get sane for once. Look, Billy, we don't get paid for cleaning this place.
It's an emergency, isn't it? We've all got to turn to. You can't expect Hilda to come in here the way Stan is now.
We don't expect Hilda to do it. You said you'd get somebody else in, temporary.
I'm not made of money.
Listen, you're making enough after them folks that are making all the mess.
While you're stood there moaning, you could get on with cleaning this place, couldn't you? I'll go and put the kettle on and make us a nice cup of tea, eh?
Yeah, you go and put the kettle on and come back with a mop in your hand.
Eh?
It's an emergency, Billy. I mean, we don't mind mucking in, look, as long as you do your best, yeah?
And anyway, it's your midnight mates who've made most of this mess. Only fair you should clean up after them.
Put another scotch in there, will you, darling? How's your old love life, then? You still doing a term with that PC plod?
If you mean Tony, he's a sergeant.
Well, they still wear the big same old boots, don't they? Hey, are you still going out with him?
Chance would be a fine thing. I'm stuck behind this bar 6 nights a week, and he's working most of the time when I'm not.
Oh, he's no good to you, this boyfriend of yours. You want some work shy layabout?
Oh, no thanks. I've had plenty of them.
Excuse me, please. Still coping, are we?
Well, more or less. Hey, they never came from Newton and Ridley's.
Too right they didn't. Why should they get all the profit?
Look, if Newton and Ridley's catch you buying from that cash and carry, they'll be very nasty. You must be careful, lovey.
Give over, Betty. Ever since you've had that copper living with you, you've become a right old Joe now.
Is it all right?
Cheers.
Cheers.
It's quite a nice place, this. One of your regular haunts.
No, I've only been in once or twice. I usually drink down at the Flying Horse. It's handy for the station. Do you know, I'd almost given up hope of getting you to come out with me. In fact, if you hadn't done tonight, I think I might have done.
Well, I wasn't playing hard to get or anything. Just didn't want to tread on Bet Lynch's toes.
Oh, like I told you, there's nothing special between Bet and me. I just take her out once or twice. I like the girl, mind you.
So do I.
In my game, you get to meet a lot of people like Bet. What you're bound to hanging around the pubs. Instead of being at home doing the washing up with the wife and putting up shelves, you're leaning on some bar talking to a barmaid.
Well, at least you're honest enough to admit it.
Yeah. I met a few barmaids in my time. Never met anybody quite like you, though.
There's nothing special about me.
You underestimate yourself.
It's like you've been stood up again, darling.
Sorry.
You've been watching that door all the time I've been standing here.
Okay, lads, last orders.
He's no good for you, this fella of yours.
Come on.
But it's not his fault, it's his job.
Well, there's only one thing to do if you want to see more of him. Get yourself arrested. See ya.
Good night.
Hello. Hello.
Can we have your glasses, lads, now, please?
Hey, look here. Closing time, and he comes waltzing in with his boozing pals.
Right, girls. What are you having?
Is this winnings you're spending?
Could be.
I thought you were down on the night.
Well, broke about even or thereabouts.
Yeah, I've never yet met a punter who admitted losing. It amazes me how the bookies ever make a living.
Everything okay, girls?
Oh, yes. Things are wonderful. You're having me on.
Oh, I swear to God, 2 donkeys stolen in the past 10 days. Donkey rustling in Weatherfield. We got one of them back, but there's 2 blokes claiming it. We'll have an identification parade by the end of the week.
Make yourself comfortable.
They're good little houses, these, aren't they, when they're done up? Was it like it when you got it?
No, my husband built it. He was a builder and plumber.
Oh, that's handy. That him?
Yeah.
That's a silly question, of course it is. Do you know all the photos I've got of my ex-wife and wedding pictures and so on? I daren't look at them, they upset me.
Do they? Oh, I wouldn't be without my photos.
Yeah, well, you had a happy marriage, haven't you?
Yes. Would you like a drink?
Love a cup of coffee.
Right. It'll be instant.
Fine.
Right, lads, I'm away to my bed. Hey, are you not stopping? We'll be all right for a bit of after time after he's got rid of a few of these deadheads. No, Jack, I've had all I want. I'll see you anyway. Good
night, darling. Good night. OK, lads.
Ain't you lads got no homes to go to? Are we all right for a bit of the old... Have you got any money? Oh, no danger.
Come on, love.
Why are you supping? You're welcome.
Good night, darling.
4 pints, then, eh? Aye, and 4 scotches to go with them. Hang on a minute. Right, you girls can have a drink with me before you go.
No, thanks.
I've got to go and get my bus, Billy.
Hey, come on, Billy boy, splice the flaming main brace. These poor girls are crying out for a drop of mother's ruin.
All right, with you in a minute. Right, see you tomorrow, then, girls, all right?
Be careful, Billy. You could get done, you know.
Betty, don't worry. Stop fretting. Right. Right. What are we having then?
Yeah, I mean, he won't be told. I mean, Tony's as good as warned him. He'll be done, you know, if he goes on.
Where the hell was Tony, anyway?
Oh, he's probably working. Come on, cheer up. You'll feel better after a night's sleep, lovey. Yeah. I better go, you know, so I can miss my bus.
No, love.
Trod up. See ya. Ta-ta.
Well, I can take a hint. As soon as I saw that yawn, I got the message.
No, I've enjoyed myself tonight. Really have. Can't help being tired. I mean, it's just getting up at the crack of dawn to do the papers for delivery lads.
Yeah, I know. You really enjoyed yourself?
Very much.
So, well, let's do it again sometime, soon.
I'd like that.
Well, I'll say good night then.
And have one yourself, love, eh?
Thanks, you're a gent. Speaking of which, what shift's this elusive lodger of yours on this week?
Well, he's on duty now, as a matter of fact. Why, Chuck?
Why, Chuck? Because, Chuck, I'm beginning to think, Chuck, that I've grown 2 heads or something. Either that or there's another reason he's avoiding me.
He's not avoiding you. You know he's not keen on pubs.
So he could meet me somewhere else. I'm not a permanent fixture here. Bus station, ice rink, fish market. I'm not right fussy.
Look, I'm sure he'll get in touch with you when he's ready. I mean, he's had a very bad time, love.
So what do you think I'm going to do to him, Betty? Pull all his teeth out? Look, I know he's had a bad time. That's one of the reasons I want to see him, to help him get over it. Heaven help me, Betty. I'm potty about the bloke.
Hey, you needn't be coy, Lynch. Tongue it to me face. She's got a secret passion, Mayor's Lynch, you know.
That's why she's always unfailing and rude to you, isn't it, Fred?
You're dead right there. She's terrified in case she blurts out her undying love for me cuddly body. Is that right, Lynchy?
Yeah, you're right, Fred. Are you sure he's not said anything to you?
Well, such as what? Oh, yes, love.
Pint of lager, please, Betty.
Dining on your own today, then?
Yeah, Dad was busy.
Well, what about that leggy secretary of yours? We haven't seen her in there lately, have we?
Sally's lunching with a boyfriend, as it happens. Anything else?
Oh, sexy Sal's got herself a boyfriend, has she? What, someone new on the scene?
Hardly. Someone she known from college.
Oh, someone her own age. Well, that'd make a change, wouldn't it? Can I get you a drink?
No, thanks. Just got one.
All right.
Thanks, love.
Bill?
No, Tess. Save it for later. Aunt Debbie's day off today. She's making me dinner. I'll just suck this and shoot off.
Hey. He's dead evil. He said that deliberately, you know, to upset Billy.
Why say that?
He knows that he's not over that Sally yet. And why else do you think he's running around frantic and supping all hours? I'll tell you something. He was very, very hurt when she turned him down.
I think I know the feeling.
Right, there you are. 2 freshly done roast beef sandwiches.
Freshly done? When? Straight after the First World War?
Hey! Nothing wrong with that.
I know, mate, remember. It's my job.
Oh, I know cooking. Remember, that's my job. Come on, you cheeky young devil. It's all his resistible child from his dad, him.
Betty, I'm just going in back to make a phone call. I won't be a tick.
Oh, who are you going to phone?
Well, guess. We said he'd be at the station. If he's working now, he'll be free tonight. I'm going to invite him round for a bit of supper.
No, I wouldn't do that if I were you.
No, why wouldn't you?
Well, because... Well, I was hoping that I wasn't going to have to tell you, lovey, but, you know, because I didn't want you to be upset, but... Well, he took somebody else out last night, lovey.
Tony's been seeing another woman, and you've listened to me going on, and you've never said a word?
Well, just last night, you know, just for the first time, and so, you see, well, it'd be wrong for you to phone him, lovey. I mean, you know, you could be very hurt.
What do you mean I could? Betty, it doesn't do to jump to conclusions. So he took somebody else out, big deal. Like you said, it was just the once. And I mean, he didn't know and I was working. Did he ask if I was?
Well, he might have mentioned
there you are.
Oh, dear gods, I'm not as fit as I thought I was.
It's all them late nights are doing that.
It's not being 21 no more has a lot to do with it. Right, come on.
Look, and if I told you, if you keep dealing with that cash and carry, you're going to be in dead trouble with the brewery.
They'll know nothing, Betty. I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
He knows what he's doing. Like a bloke that jumps out of an aeroplane without a flipping parachute. I don't know what's got into him. He's like them lemmings that rush over the cliff.
Hey, it'd probably be just somebody that he works with. And she'd ask him. Thought she were doing him a favour, because he don't know that many folk round here. And knowing Tony, you know, he'd not like to hurt her feelings, don't you think?
Bet. Look, it wasn't a girl from the station. He took Rita out.
Rita? Yeah. You mean our Rita? I don't believe it. How could she? Well, how could she do that to me? She knows how I feel about him. Flaming hell, Betty, I thought Rita were my mate.
No, but they've got this cordon bleu cookery course at the Polytechnic. I quite fancy that. But then I think, well, who do I know that I could practice that sort of food on? I mean, half the pleasure of cooking is doing it for somebody.
He could have had somebody. Could have had two somebodies.
Oh, Rita, you don't get married just to practice your veau flambé à la crème.
That sounds very profound. You talk about kung fu, or is it a job for the vice squad? Hi.
Hello. I'll go and make some tea.
How are you today?
Fine.
Hope I didn't keep you up too late. I got the distinct impression you're used to an earlier bedtime.
Well, you make me sound right dreary. I used to be a right dirty stop-out, you know. Think nothing at rolling home at 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
When you were singing.
How'd you know about that?
You told me last night. You told me a lot of things.
Flipping heck, that'll teach me to go out with a copper.
I told you a lot of things about me, too.
Yes, you did.
I don't usually. Don't know what got into me.
Well, that's me, Gobby. I never know when to be quiet.
Well, I'm not complaining. As a matter of fact, it's the best night I've had in a long while, a very long while. Well, say something.
Like what?
Like it was the same for you. Well, felt comfortable with you from the first time I met you.
You know, that's about the most romantic thing a fella's ever said to me. You make me sound like an old sock.
I can say romantic things too, you know. I don't suppose you're ready for that yet, though, ain't you?
No, I'm not.
No. Look, I hope you don't think I'm being presumptuous after a first date, but, well, don't you think we can help each other?
Well, I'd like to think we could be friends.
Friends? That's good for a start. So what about Friday?
What about Friday?
Friday night, can I see you? There are still a few questions I want to ask you, Mrs.
Well,
Fairclough.
I don't know whether I can.
You don't know whether you can, or you don't know whether you want to. Oh, that's not easy.
Thank you. Friday will be fine. Thank you. Good timing. I've just come in.
I saw the car.
Do you want a cup of tea? I'm just putting kettle on. Hey, will you have a look at that jumper in there? I got it this morning and I can't decide whether to keep it or not.
What the hell do you think you're playing at, Rita, eh?
What?
Tony. Tony Cunliffe. What do you think you're doing going out with my bloke?
Oh, I see.
I suppose you thought I wouldn't get to know.
I fully expected you'd get to know. I'd have told you myself if you hadn't have brought it up.
I'll bet.
Do you think I'd have gone out with him if it had to be a secret? Do you think I'd have done it behind your back?
So flaunting it in front of my face makes it better, does it?
I'm neither flaunting it nor hiding it. Oh, Ned, what's happening? I don't want to fall out with you. That's the last thing I want. Tony asked me out. I went. That's all.
That's all? Knowing he was my bloke? Knowing how I feel about him? Well, some friend you are.
Bet, love, he's not your bloke. He's not anybody's bloke. He's a free agent. OK, he took you out a couple of times. Truthfully, isn't that all that there was to it?
No, it flipping isn't.
That's not what he says.
You mean that's not what you want to believe? Because you want to get your rotten claws into him yourself.
Now, that's not true and it's not fair.
Of course, you'd stand a much better chance than me, wouldn't you? Nicely set up. Nice little business. Fat little bank account. A much better proposition than a flaming barmaid.
Now you're not being fair to Tony, if that's what you think he is.
Oh, I suppose you think you know him better, do you?
I don't claim to know him at all. Seems a decent sort.
So you believed him when he very conveniently said there was naught between us?
Yes, I did. And I asked other people as well, just to make sure.
You didn't ask me, though. And I don't need 3 guesses why. Because you fancied him yourself. And it was a hell of a sight easier to turn a blind eye than to have me on your conscience spoiling things.
You've got it all wrong.
Have I? It doesn't seem to me there's a lot to get wrong. Bloke comes along, we're doing fine. You stroll into the picture, splat. Bet bites the dust again.
I didn't ask for any of this. I don't need it.
You think I do? Have you seen him again?
Friday. Don't go, Rita. Please.
Give us a chance. Kid, I know it's not been easy for you since Len died. I know you must have been lonely. God knows if anybody understands loneliness, I do. But find yourself another fella, eh? Anybody. There's millions out there. You don't have to flame him, I'll take mine.
Hey, I shouldn't have to start by doing all this, you know.
Yeah, well, don't start by going on at me either. I'm choked.
Yeah, I bet you are. I'm not wild about coming into all this debris either.
All right, Love, I'm sorry. I should have cleared it up, I know, but by midnight, I was not in the mood.
I heard all about it.
Yes, I better know from and all. Elliot Ness, the lodger. When did he tell you exactly? Before or after his mates turned up here?
Look, there's no need for you to go blaming Tony. He warned you, didn't he? I mean, what more could he do?
We've got the biggest crime wave in history, and they spend their time raiding pubs, people having a quiet drink. You know how much they could do me for? 400 quid.
Oh, you know the law, do you?
Who was it said the law's an ass? Probably some poor fella dying of thirst on a sweltering hot afternoon at 3:30. You know, foreigners, they come over here and they think we're daft, our licensing laws.
It's not foreigners you've got to answer to, lovey. It's the bench.
Yes, well, I'm going to give the bench the benefit of my opinion.
It's your licence.
So, this is what a speakeasy looks like.
Yes. And if you go through that door, you'll see what a lab looks like. And they need cleaning, so get your mop.
I don't have to clean the labs.
Suit yourself. But that's what I'm paying wages for today. Because Hilda won't be in, will she?
No. Of course you won't.
Hello.
Draft.
Now, what's all this about Friday? You had a better offer or what?
No, it's just that, well, I don't want to get involved in an emotional jacuzzi.
Hello. Pack of my cigars, please, then. Missed all the fun last night, then? Your boys are certainly cleaning this town up. Well done, Lieutenant.
Nothing to do with me.
Oh, want to try telling Billy Walker that? See you.
Try.
Hello.
I'm mystified, Rita. What is it?
Well, it's Bet, isn't it?
What about Bet?
Oh, come on.
I told you there's not between me and Bet.
Don't you think Bet ought to be the first to know?
Because you're better in with the coppers than I am.
Am I?
Yeah. Look, see if you can find out if they intend to prosecute. They don't always. Have a word with what's his name.
Why don't you have a word with what's his name?
Because I don't often get the chance to have a cosy little chat with him, do I?
Well, neither do I.
What?
What's up with her?
I wouldn't know, Chuck.
Right, let 'em all come.
He's late.
Who's late, love?
Tony wants a word with you. Said he'd be in about 10 o'clock.
You are? And me looking like this? Have you not got a brain in your head or what?
What's with the white tornado?
She's in love.
Oh, blimey.
And my sentiments and all. Hello, lovey, come on.
She about?
Upstairs making a face up.
How long will that take?
Oh, well, I mean, you know Bet, don't you? Still, she's expecting you. She shouldn't be all that long.
You better not be. I'm pushed as it is.
Well, hello, sailor.
Come round here.
Give us a shout if you want anything. I'm all into snug.
All right, love.
What's the matter?
Oh, come off it. You know damn well what the matter is.
I don't know what you mean.
Don't play the innocent with me. It doesn't suit you. Yeah, you, queering the pitch with Rita, putting the boot in. Hands off, he's mine. What do you think you're playing at?
Well, if you must know, I thought she was out of line going out with you and... Well, I know it was just a bit of fun and nothing happened.
Who says? Who says nothing happened? Well, as a matter of fact, nothing did happen. But if I'd wanted something to happen, it would have happened. And I'll tell you for why. Because I'm a free agent, she's a free agent, and you're a free agent. You got it?
I thought...
Yeah, well, you thought a bit too much for your own good, if you ask me. For God's sake, who do you think we are? Romeo and Flaming Juliet? I'm a copper, you're a barmaid. We had a bit of fun like coppers and barmaids do. Any time, you could have called it quits. And so could I. And that's what I'm doing, calling it quits. So don't get it wrong again.
When you're ready, Bet, love.
Right. No, honestly, I tell you, I've just seen him. I mean, you wouldn't credit it, would you? You know, leaving your mother on a night like tonight. And that daughter of hers, Irma, she'd never even turn up at funeral.